Kozlowski, you meathead. I was listening to that.
Hey, you guys, enough already. It's bad enough being cooped up in this miserable lump of rock without having to share it with the two of you. Now shut up and you might learn something.
3 days of negotiations. Representatives were successful on measures to curb inflation, but were unable to reach a consensus on a global anti-drugs program. The U.S. President, Ronald Reagan, described the talks as a major step forward. Over in the Soviet
Pipe
Union,
down, children.
Mikhail Gorbachev, the new General Secretary of the Communist Party, is facing the first test of his leadership as the crisis in his country grows. The Politburo is said to be divided over Mr. Gorbachev's plans for political and economic reform, so-called perestroika. The head of the KGB, Nikolai Stronsky, is reported to have left for his dacha in the Crimea with a number of senior military figures. But official Kremlin sources deny any split. Sport now, and Czechoslovakia has won the World Ice Hockey Championship after defeating Canada 5-3 at home in Prague.
It's a fix. The Czechs couldn't beat a team of schoolgirls.
Meathead!
You stink, Fowley.
I don't know, Armstrong. If our tour wasn't up next week, I'd seriously consider swimming home.
What is this, a tea party? You ladies were due on the parade ground 10 minutes ago. Now get your asses out there or I'll have them stitched into footballs and kick them from here to New Jersey. Fowley, get those shoulders back. Stand up straight, Kozlowski. That's more like it. If I were a Russian, I'd take one look at you bunch of schoolgirls and laugh all the way to the US of A. You boys may be flying home next week, but if I send you back like this, Uncle Sam will think we're running a holiday camp out here. So before I ship you out, I'm gonna shape you up. Armstrong, if anyone needs to shape up, Armstrong, it's you. I've seen sumo wrestlers with flatter stomachs than yours. Can you see that truck over there, soldier? Can you? Sprint there! Now move your ass! It's time to prove yourselves. Armstrong, you seem to think you're pretty good. Well, you can go first. Run along the lane between the two blocks, then back to us. Get moving, soldier! Well, Armstrong, that wasn't bad. Now the rest of you. Go! 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 A good soldier must be fast, exact, and effective with his weapon. Armstrong and Peterson, you're up first. Run to the crates and pick up some ammo. Good work, Armstrong. Now, the rest of you.
James Gustafson. Christ, George, you scared the hell out of me. Yeah, I'm keeping fine. Sarah's fine too, I guess.
Tell you the truth, I ain't seen her for months. Business? Terrible. But look, what's this all about? You're kidding me. No, you ain't heard nothing. Well, Jesus, George. There's 10,000 people in that town. They can't just have stopped talking to us. Well, I guess I'll be right over. And to think you spooks promised me the quiet life out here.
Good to see you boys. We're ready. Nice to see you again, James. You'll be briefed further en route. Good luck.
Rub the sleep out of those eyes, gentlemen. Colonel Blake will brief you. Attend hut!
Thank you, Sergeant. Okay, men, at ease. At 0700 hours yesterday morning, contact was lost with Everon, the easternmost island in this group. The last communications that came from the island reported heavy military activity in and over the streets. From what we can ascertain, Everon has been occupied by a hostile force, origin unknown. As the only NATO presence in the area, it is our job to respond. Choppers are waiting to ferry you to Everon. Any questions?
Sir, you say the origin of the occupying force is unknown. How can that be, sir? Hasn't anyone, spoken to them?
Believe me, we've tried, soldier. Our intelligence assets in this area are limited. I'm sure Washington is diverting satellites to the area like crazy. But this has caught them by surprise, and it's going to be a while before the first bird passes over. For our part, we sent a couple of helicopters to take a look yesterday. Neither returned.
Sir, there's not many of us, and it sounds like there's a heck of a lot of them. Should we get some more of our guys over here before we try anything?
A carrier battle group is heading for the area at flank speed, but it's still a few days away. And the longer we wait, the longer those guys, whoever they are, have to dig in and reinforce. Washington wants to move fast, before Moscow gets involved if they aren't already. We're going to have to do the best we can with what we've got. Those choppers are waiting, soldiers. You'll be briefed further en route. Good luck. Dismissed.
Okay, soldiers, you heard the colonel. Sounds like your holiday is not over just yet. Now gather up those kit bags and let's move. We'll move into Morton from the left. We're Squad Alpha. Squad Bravo will support us from the right by the forest. When we reach the village, we'll wait for the air support. Once the enemy's armored units have been destroyed, we'll move in and seize the village. Now, no heroics, okay? This is not an exercise. We're facing a real enemy this time.
Приветствуем в аду, империалистическая крыса. Отсюда нет возврата.
Don't shoot! Don't shoot!
Отведите его в камеру смертников. Lower your weapon, American. Stay right
Don't
where
shoot.
you are.
Don't shoot.
Give me your name, ID and rank.
17582, Corporal David Armstrong.
And your unit?
You don't need to know that.
Don't take it to Commander Slava. Take it slowly, and don't try anything clever. Commander Slava, Radim and Thomas have taken a captive and are returning to camp. Welcome, Corporal Armstrong. My apologies for the manner of your arrival.
Hey, don't worry about it. Or perhaps you crooks would like to take me back to wherever the hell you abducted me from, before a squadron of Black Hawk gunships comes looking for
As
me.
soon as you've heard what we have to say, you will be returned unarmed to your unit. The Ever-on Freedom Alliance has no quarrel with NATO.
The Ever-on Freedom Alliance, is it?
Grand name for a poor band of men and women who simply wish to see our Russian visitors leave this island as quickly as possible. Preferably in coffee, of course.
I know how you feel.
Sure that you do. This is our home. We will defend it at all costs. You and me. Now you have seen a few Russians. You're running away like chickens seeing a hawk.
Hey man, who are you calling chicken? We didn't ask for this fight, and we're doing the best we can. 1 minute I'm in a training camp, then all my friends are dead.
I'm sorry about your friends. But I have lost everything during these few days. They killed my wife. They killed my boy. They burned my house. There are few things remaining.
I'm sorry. The Russians are killing civilians? Why would they do that? They want to control the island, not to slaughter.
My friend, you have obviously no idea who you're facing. These soldiers are so far from central government that we are not sure if they obey orders from Moscow or from some other source. We are at the end of the world, and the Russians here show us how they hate this place.
Look, Slava, I don't think our command knows about your people. I have to get back and report.
We will take you with us. Meet our leader in our main base, and we'll contact your people. But first, we have our own mission to complete. Every man is useful to us. We need your help.
Of course. After all, you saved my skin back there.
Not bad for an American.
Hey, thanks. Look, I'd like to stay and help some more, but I need to get back and tell my my commander, what's been going on here.
I understand. We are on our way to the main resistance camp. You can come with us. We have a radio there and can try to contact your CO.
I appreciate your help.
Let's find our truck. And one more thing. You need to take off that uniform. Put on these civilian clothes instead. Russian patrols are everywhere.
Добрый вечер. Нам нужно проехать в Сен-Пьер, если вы не возражаете. Мы очень торопимся. Мы готовы заплатить.
А что везешь в грузовике?
Ничего особенного. Только немного водки в офицерскую столовую. Может, вы пробу снимете с этого маленького образца?
Ха, теперь ты говоришь по-нашему. Можешь ехать. Василий, дурак ты этакий, освободи им дорогу. Good morning, Corporal. I have heard much about you. How do you like our castle?
Neat.
Corporal Armstrong, we have a boat leaving later tonight, which will take you back to the NATO base. We've already helped some of your comrades in this way, but only a few. You have been most fortunate to survive when so many have fallen, but try to forget such things for now. Please, relax and enjoy our hospitality until the boat arrives. They will come for you soon, no?
Sometime tonight. I hope they make it.
You will tell them what you have seen. We cannot defeat such an enemy ourselves.
I will do everything I can, Slava, my friend.
America, your boat is here. But the commander wishes to speak with you before you leave. We have no chance, you know? With the NATO forces defeated, we are at the Russians' mercy.
I wish...
Wishes are no good to us, Corporal. Soon, they will find us. Then they will kill us.
I'm sorry.
All we can do is slow them down.
I promise you, we will return, and we'll drive those damn Ruskies into the sea.
So, the last of the Americans has left us. I pray to see again, my friend. I pray for our deliverance.
But sir, you don't understand.
I understand perfectly, Corporal.
They're desperate for our help. They can't hold out much longer.
Listen, Armstrong, I appreciate that things are bad on Everon. Really, I do. But there's simply nothing we can do to assist at this time. We've got our own problems right here on Malden.
Sir, for all we know,
the Russians could be on their way right now. We've got to secure our positions here before we can even think about pushing back to Everon. I'm sorry, but these resistance fighters will have to manage by themselves for a while longer.
I understand, sir.
Glad to hear it, Corporal. Now tonight we need you out on watch.
We're just not ready for this kind of action, sir.
I know. Ready or not, we've got a serious fight ahead of us.
Major? Are you okay?
I'd put you on dishwashing duty, but the truth is, we need you on the front line.
The front line? But sir, I haven't even completed my training yet.
Yeah, tell me about it. But we have more tanks than tank crews right now, and the Soviets have got us on the run.
Then it's true? We're up against the commies?
Well, they're wearing Russian uniforms and they're driving Russian tanks, but they're fighting like, wow, I ain't never seen nothing like it.
You can count on me, sir. I've almost got the hang of steering this thing.
I hope so, for your sake and your crew's. Speaking of whom, where are they?
They're taking some time off in La Trinity, sir.
Well, get yourself and your tank down there and pick them up. Then report to Major Sutherland on the training ground nearby.
Yes, sir.
And get a move on. Russian tanks are rolling on to Malden as we speak.
Lieutenant Hammer, reporting for duty, sir.
Lieutenant Hammer, your reputation precedes you. I hope you managed to get here without demolishing too much en route. Now, I'll be with you on this exercise, but God help me, you're the commander. We'll see how you get on with some basic tactics. Gentlemen, it's good to see you. As you know, we've got something of a situation here.
Way I understand it, Malden's coming down with a bad case of the Reds.
Indeed. Russian forces have established a beachhead near the town of La Lys. If we don't clear them out right now, they'll be able to stage a full-scale assault from this position and drive us right off the island.
But wait, let me guess. You can't send in the tanks, because that's just what they're expecting you to do. The roads are too well defended.
That's the information we're getting from intel.
So you want to soften them up with some kind of special demolition squad?
That's the plan.
Shall we say 3 men? 3 men on their own against a well-defended enemy encampment?
3 of our finest men.
And that would be us?
I wouldn't trust anyone else.
Great.
Hey, Carrillo, you see that?
See what?
Something burning over there? You see the smoke?
That ain't smoke, that's dust.
Dust? I don't get it.
Sir, we've got Russian tanks, lots of them, and they're headed this way.
Christ, you sure?
I sure as hell wish I weren't.
Papa Bear, this is Chapeau Patrol, requesting urgent armored support. Over. Say again, urgent armored support. Do you read me, Papa Bear? We have Soviet tanks confirmed inbound. They're coming straight for us. Over.
I'm looking for Colonel Blake.
Colonel Blake isn't here right now. He's checking the oil supply.
I'm here on his orders.
Okay, wait here. He'll be back soon. You just come from Chapois?
Yep,
What's it like over there?
pretty bad, but we saw off the Reds. Sergeant Armstrong, sir, as per your orders.
Very good, Sergeant. Follow me. First off, Armstrong, please accept my congratulations.
Sir?
I've been keeping an eye on you, Sergeant, and I've liked what I've seen. I'll be honest with you, Armstrong. We've lost a lot of good officers out there. Every man of ability is needed right now. So I want you to accept a field commission.
Sir?
Congratulations. You just made lieutenant.
Yes, sir.
Excellent. Now, Lieutenant, I want you to meet Commander Gostovsky, Special Forces.
Gostovsky. James Gostovsky.
Armstrong. Good to meet you, sir.
Now, there's something I want both of you to see. It was passed to us earlier this evening.
48 часов, полковник Блейк. За это время вы и силы НАТО должны покинуть эти острова. Если вам не удастся завершить полный вывод к 18:00 во вторник, то вся танковая дивизия, 2 эскадрильи вооруженных вертолетов и 15 тысяч самых лучших солдат Красной Армии обрушатся на вас и сотрут с лица земли. Никаких других предупреждений уже не будет. Я желаю вам счастливого возвращения домой.
Who is this guy? Looks like he's got a screw loose.
You don't know the half of it. I had our intel boys look into his background, and the file doesn't make pretty reading.
His name's Guba. General Alexei Guba. Did 5 years as a commandant in one of Stalin's Siberian gulags, where they nicknamed him the Dentist.
Why'd they call him the Dentist?
No idea. Sounds pretty scary, though.
Under Brezhnev, he moved to the KGB, and we lost track of him. Rumor has it he was running a special interrogation unit in Moscow.
And now he's back in the army, heading up the Soviet presence on Kokojev.
So Moscow wants NATO off these islands.
Well, the Kremlin's still denying any involvement in the invasion, and Washington's inclined to believe them. It looks like General Guba is in this for himself, but God only knows what he's trying to achieve.
1,000 troops, sir? That's 5 times what we've got left here on Malden.
Armstrong, I want you to lead a squad escorting Commander Gostovsky back to Everon. You know the resistance forces, and I need you to talk to them. It's important they cooperate with our special forces in the upcoming incursion. Get ready. Leaving this evening.
America, I didn't expect to see you again.
It's good to see you, Thomas. Is Commander Slava around? I have some good news for him.
Look, kid, we're a little short of time. How about you take us to your leader?
Americans. We thought your species was extinct in these parts.
We came to ask for your help. We think we can help you, too.
Oh, yes. Like you helped us before. By fleeing this island the moment those Russians' dogs removed their safety catches.
The fact is, sir, that NATO is just about ready to kick the Russians off Everon, once and for all. But we need your help to prepare for the liberation.
We've had a lot of broken promises from you Americans. Why should we believe you this time?
Look, NATO had no choice but to pull out before. We were outnumbered and outgunned. But things have changed. There's more of us now, and we've got the Russians on the run.
We will see.
I was hoping to meet Commander Slava. Is he here?
Slava? He's dead now.
Dead?
We lose people every day to the Russians. There are not many of us left now.
I'm sorry.
Look, we will assist you as we can. Before he died, Slava had prepared some documents which will be of use to you. Information about the Russians' presence here on Everon.
Thank you, sir. I'm sure this will help.
What was that noise? Novotny, Melis, see what's happening. Everybody, get to your post. Lieutenant Armstrong, I think you'd better leave. Please, take these documents back to your commanders.
Good work, Lieutenant. If it's reliable, the information you've brought back fire and help to repel the enemy forces.
Yes, sir.
Нет! Это безобразие! Американцы пришли и разместили свои бомбы, тогда как наши ленивые и бесполезные вояки сидели и смотрели. 3 драгоценных вертолета потеряно! Майор Малевич, пошлите сообщение полковнику КГБ Валеницы. Полковник Мартынов должен быть арестован за предательство Советского Союза, за неадекватную оборону своих установок. Его следует судить, признать виновным и расстрелять. Без права обжаловать приговор.
Есть, товарищ генерал. Могу я предложить, что его следует заменить полковником Еусевым?
Еусев? Ну, почему бы и нет? Полковник Еусев – преданный офицер, понимающий опасности, грозящие матушке России, как извне, так и изнутри. Молодец, майор. Хорошая идея. Эх, и как только Россия может когда-нибудь стать опять великой, когда эти западные апологеты в Политбюро назначают таких простофиль, как Мартынов, командовать нашими войсками.
Терпение, дорогой Алексей. Вспомни, о чем мы говорили. Вся Россия знает, что Кремль слабый. Как только народ осознает, что перевес сил в пользу НАТО, он испугается. Тогда все будут хотеть сильного вождя, который сможет вернуть нашей стране ее былое величие. И когда ваше унижение со стороны незначительных сил НАТО на этих островах завершится, Россия поймет, кто должен стать ее вождем.
Моя дорогая Ангелина, вместе с тобой я раскрашу все континенты кровью наших врагов.
Lovely evening, ain't it? I see you guys are keeping busy.
Gum?
No thanks. Only 2 of you? Where's Tracker got to?
He's keeping an eye on Ivan. There's been a whole bunch of trucks heading up north all night.
Looks like they're building a base of some kind.
Well, whatever it is, we've got orders to find it and turn it back into farmland. Let's go.
Shall I get Tracker?
Nah, we'll pick him up on the way.
Okay, sir. Lead the way.
Stick close. Keep your eyes peeled for commies, and maintain radio silence.
Hey, Nichols! This should be pretty routine, right?
Nothing's ever routine around here, man. See you in the sky! Sir, I take it we're planning an attack.
Indeed, Commander. Now Everon is ours, we must take the fight to the enemy and press on to Kolgachev.
Into Soviet territory?
If we leave Moscow to deal with Guba, this thing could drag on for months. He's humiliated us, and the Kremlin's got to be pleased about that. Publicly, they'll flay him alive. But privately, well, he'll be looking at a healthy pension and a nice little dacha in the Crimea. No. We've got to get to Guba before they do and haul him in, like the war criminal he is.
So those skill casts I spotted
must be destroyed. They're coming in from the south, and those anti-aircraft vehicles will tear our planes to pieces.
Unless I take them out.
Precisely. You've already recce'd the area, so you know the terrain.
It'll be a pleasure, sir.
Приветствуем в аду, империалистическая крыса. Отсюда нет возврата. Товарищ капитан, мы его засекли! Он упал у леса!
Николай Он упал в лес на север. Его надо привезти живым.
Есть, товарищ капитан.
Не слишком ли туго, бедняжка? Не волнуйтесь, капитан Николс, вам недолго осталось мучиться, если только сами не захотите. Алексей, дорогой мой, почему ты такой мрачный?
Придурков в Москве, Ангелина. Почему они посылают свои войска против меня? Как раз в тот момент, когда я ставлю настоящих врагов России на колени. Почему наши союзники в КГБ не задержали политиков еще на пару часов?
Не беспокойтесь, мой генерал. С вашим новым замечательным планом конфликт из-за этих островов будет не в счет. Час славы близок.
Дорогая Ангелина, что бы я только без тебя делал? Американцы. Я вежливо вас просил покинуть эти острова. Вы отказались это сделать! Ваше неповиновение стоило жизни многих отважных русских. И, конечно же, многих ваших собственных солдат.
И он не будет последним. Вы, полковник Блейк, вы только попробовали вкус грядущего кровопролития.
До сих пор вы имели дело только с моими сухопутными вооруженными силами. Проходящая ныне завершающая стадия установок ракет в секретном месте. Это маленький сюрприз для вас. Ракеты, как вы понимаете, перешли.
He's got to be kidding.
Да, полковник Блейк, я сильнее, нежели вы думали. Я взял в плен одного из вашей элиты. Его казнят для устрашения остальных. Вы умрете все, если только вы остановите колду Эверон. Это наша территория!
Okay. I think we have a problem.
And there's something else. Intel reports massive Soviet mobilization across the whole of Russia.
Oh, great.
The official line is that it's just a big exercise. But we know the Kremlin's livid about what's going on out here. Guba may be a maverick, but those guys are still Red Army troops he's commanding, and Kolyuchev is Soviet territory.
We're about to start World War III.
No, we're going to finish this thing as quickly and cleanly as possible. Find that missile, James. Intel's working flat out, but we need you on the ground.
Back to Kolgachev.
Back to Kolgachev.
And Nichols? The pilot from the video?
Perhaps he can find some way to escape, but there's nothing we can do. I'm sorry.
Freeze! Who's there?
Don't shoot! Sam Nichols, I'm a U.S. pilot.
Sir? Where have you been? You look terrible.
To be honest with you, soldier, I feel terrible. You got anything to drink around here?
Алексей, любимый мой, американцы уничтожили нашу ракету.
Что?
Этого не может быть!
Они на нас напали неожиданно. Они как-то туда проникли, я просто даже не знаю.
Как ты могла допустить это?
Алексей, мне жаль, что все так случилось.
Жаль? Ведь я ж тебе верил, Ангелина.
Милый, что ты?
Я так тебе верил.
Генерал! Полковник Еузер, приготовьте вторую ракету.
Вторую ракету? План Б. Приготовьте мою машину.
Сию минуту!
President Reagan gave no comment on the alleged incident, but one senior official privately described the congressman's behavior as laughable. Meanwhile, tensions appear to have eased on the island of Everon, cause of so much speculation over the past few days, with American forces reportedly engaging hostile troops of unknown origin. In an official statement, the Secretary of Defense revealed that a U.S. training camp on the island had been attacked by a small group of lightly armed terrorists, led by a disgraced former general of the Russian army. U.S. military sources state that the assault was a poorly planned publicity-seeking maneuver by an extremist organization, which was easily resisted by American troops. There were no significant casualties. Moscow has termed the incident highly regrettable, and the whereabouts of the terrorist leader remain unknown. In other news, Reggie the runaway tiger is still on the loose.
Unknown.
The San Diego Zoo star
I hope he's
attraction
rotting
has
in
now been
hell.
missing for 3 days.
They
since
wouldn't
he
tell
left
us if
free
he
from a
was.
temporary holding area
Will
while his
anyone
pen
ever
was
hear
being
the
cleaned.
truth? No one wants to look bad, my friend.
Now here's
They all
Greg
have too much to
Johansson with
lose.
the news of a
The
major
story
World
will never
Series
be
upset.
told.
Greg.
But at least we're still alive. Be thankful, be thankful.